Peace, peace, peace. Keeping it real with Rami, coming back at you again. Um, okay. What I want to speak about is this whole idea of loving instead of hating. Uh, I posed this question on Facebook, or no, it wasn't even a question. It was more so a statement about, and I'll reiterate it. Any Moorish American, Moorish Muslim, person of Moorish descent, American Moor, member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, anybody that's calling themselves a Moorish Science Temple of America associated, speaking about Noble Drew Ali and following his teachings, anybody connected in any way to Moors and Noble Drew Ali, if they are promoting and they are promoting, or if they are condoning, or if they are suggesting, implying, saying that we need to kill in any way another human being as some sort of answer to our problem, some sort of solution, then please know that they are not leading you on the correct path. They are not telling you the correct way to go. And I don't even want you to listen to my opinion. I want you to read this right here, the Holy Quran, or the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, or the Moorish Science Temple of America. And you go to chapter 10, page 16. And I'm going to read line 9 and 10. Now men and birds and beasts and creepy things are deities made flesh. And how dare you kill anything? It is cruelty that makes the world awry. And when men have learned that when they harm a living thing, they harm themselves, they surely will not kill nor cause a thing that Allah has made to suffer pain. Read those two one more time. Now, men and birds and beasts and creepy things are deities made flesh. Deities made flesh. D-E-I-T-I-E-S, if you didn't know how to spell that. How dare you kill anything? How dare you kill anything? And I'm going to put a pause on this and speak on myself. I feel terrible now when I, kill a bug or swat a fly. Well, sometimes it doesn't register, but I really am, I work, it's difficult because, I don't want bugs just running through my house, but I feel bad, if I kill an ant, or hit them with the raid, because those are deities. Now, we may not see it that way, or we may not believe it, but we didn't create that life. We weren't responsible for that entity, that bug, that ant, that spider, that whatever coming into existence. So how dare we feel that we have the right to take it out of existence? And this is talking for myself as well. And I speak about that for the ants or the bugs, because we see that as less than. If you see it, I feel it's wrong to even think that we have some sort of right or some sort of permission or some sort of excuse to kill a human, but it's wrong, just as wrong for us to feel we have an excuse to kill a bug. We just see it a little different because of our size, but it's just as wrong. But let me read it again, because it's really powerful. Now men, birds, and beasts and creepy things are deities made flesh, and how dare you kill anything? It is cruelty that makes the world awry. And when men have learned that when they harm a living thing, they harm themselves, they surely will not kill, nor cause a thing that Allah has made to suffer pain. So beyond it being God's creation, Allah's creation, and beyond it being human beings and creepy things and what's the other one? Birds and beasts being deities. Beyond that, that when we understand that when we kill another living thing, we harm ourselves, then we will stop doing it. It's just that simple. I don't care. We talking about, putting this away now. The whole racism issue and the white versus black and the police killing us and, all of that. What we have to understand is the idea of us killing another human being, regardless of what they've done, the worst human being you can think of, regardless, when we harm them, we harm ourselves. Why would you do that? Why would you want to harm yourself? It doesn't make sense. I think we should stop. I think that we need to love instead of hate. We need to heal instead of harm. Matter of fact, let me read this last thing and then I'll close it up. I don't want to get too long on it. Chapter 3, the unity of life. There are two selves, the higher self and the lower self. The higher self is the embodiment of truth. The lower self is truth reversed. The higher self is justice, mercy, love, and right. The lower self is what the higher self is not. The lower self breeds hatred, slander, lewdness, murders, theft, and everything that harms. So the lower self breeds everything that harms. That feeling that you have inside that would get you to go harm someone else. That's the lower self. That's the lower self, and you're allowing your lower self to control you when you think, when you speak, when you act in a way to harm another human being. It's the facts of it, But man, I hope that you hear this, and I hope that you take a moment and reflect on it, and you don't just, man, like with Nat Turner. Yeah, great revolution, and he fought back against the people that were oppressing him. And what did he get in return for that? Hung, skinned alive. A lot of innocent people that weren't rebelling, weren't fighting, they ended up being murdered because of it. It's so simple. It's so simple that we don't think it's that simple. We make it complex. But when you harm someone, you harm yourself. When you put it out into the universe, it comes right back to you. So if we put out that killing, guess what's going to come back to us? If we put out that hatred, guess what's going to come back to us? If we put out, we need to murder the oppressors, guess what that's going to come back? What's going to come back to us? Because what happens if we find ourselves in the role of the oppressor? Excuse my stomach, I'm kind of hungry. But what happens if we find ourselves in the shoes of the oppressor, and we find ourselves in the ones looking down on those that are oppressed? Then it comes right back to us, and the cycle continues and continues. At some point, somebody's got to be strong enough, smart enough to say, I'm not going to kill anymore. I'm not going to harm them, even though they've done it to us, because it's not right. And it only harms ourselves. Because at the end of the day, the bigger picture is we're all one. It's not them versus us. It's not Russia versus America. China versus the US. Black versus white. Red versus blue. The North versus the South. When you harm them, them, another person, you harm yourself. Because we're all one big family. I think that's it because I'm hungry and my stomach is not stopping growling. So I think that is my body saying, yeah, you're harming yourself right now. You're not eating. So I'm gonna correct that. Much love to you. Let me see. Is there anything else I wanted to say? Love is the answer. I don't have the red book with me, but when someone does you wrong, you return to them your greatest love. I don't know if that's exactly it. Yeah. Return them the greatest love. I think that's it. No, purest love. When someone harms you or does something wrong to you, return to them your purest love, and that will heal them and it will heal you. Because love is the answer, man. It's the most powerful force on this earth, in this universe. It's love. It can and it will overcome any and everything. Shines the brightest. And it's in us all. Right in there. Just deep. You may have it locked off, but it's still in there. Just got to open the door and let it shine. Alright. I got to eat. Read the Quran. Even if never mind. If you read it, you read it. If you don't, I still love you. Much love. Keep shining. Peace.